Alrighty, so I'm going to be doing another sprinkler video at my dad's house before the year ends and before they shut off the sprinklers for the winter. It's still pretty hot out. It's getting close to the end of the summer, and usually they turn them off. Last year they turned them off September 1st. It's already September 11th today. But they turned them off last year, September 1st, because of the drought. I set them to come on just barely, and it's program D. Program B is the schedule that comes on in the morning, but I just set them for today, just barely to turn on for 5 minutes each. Program D at 5:25 p.m. It's 5:24 right now, and that's where they all are, if you're wondering. But anyways, yeah. So I set them to turn on at 5:25. They should do that here shortly, and it'll start over there in the side yard. So I'll go walk over there and show you that. It's about to turn on. It's also in the backyard also. So I've done multiple videos. Here they come. And I've done multiple videos. I just wanted to do the last one for the year because I don't know if they're turning them off when they're doing it this year. I think it's going to be either the end of September or maybe the beginning of October, but I don't know for sure. So we'll see what happens. They're starting up still. There's this one there, that one there. Sometime I'm going to change those to 180s again or something because there's no need to be 360s. There's this one here. There's all that one stuck, but you can call this one like the side yard south back if you want to, if you will. This one's stuck. It wasn't stuck this morning. They came on this morning, but that's why I'm only doing 5 minutes because they don't need to be on again. I'm just doing it for the video. There's this one here, that one over there, this one here. That one I have a 180 because that one gets blocked. That one gets blocked by the mailbox sometimes, so I wanted that there to get watered. And there's this one again. Those 360s right there. And over here is this one here, and we got some more in the backyard, and there's a wasp nest in that fence there, I guess, a European paper wasp nest, so I gotta watch out for that just in case they want to be rude. Usually they're not rude, but anyways, here's this one there, that one there, then one further along over there, and there's this one here that I added back. This one here is not rotating still. Some mornings it works and some mornings it doesn't. It just depends. Sorry about that in the way. This area's been dying because this cover here, but it sprays it just not very well. It's kind of at an angle too. And there's this one here. And then yeah, so that's pretty much it for zone 1. You can call it the side yard, south backyard if you'd like. So, I know I've done multiple videos of these. A lot of things change, like, oh yeah, that's another thing. So, one of the zones over here is the last zone. We had these, and I did a video of it, but I'm going to include it with the whole tour, so I had to add actual sprinklers in the ground instead of the hose ones, because literally, the lawn people, they came and aerated our lawn and broke them. They didn't care. They even broke the pipe of the hose there too. But anyways, I'll go back over here to zone 1. I hear a really weird sound alarm over there. It stopped. But anyways, it's all zone 1 here. I'm getting wet, but it's okay. Not as hot as it was when I did the last video, but it's still hot enough to tolerate it. Again, I'm doing each zone for 5 minutes. So there's those two again, and all these other ones. And there's that one in here, which there used to be one right there somewhere. There used to be one like right there. There used to be one like right over here somewhere, and then there used to be one like right along here somewhere. And then there's all those ones, but these ones are capped. And that one's there. This one was capped, but I uncapped it last year. I think it was last year. Might have been the beginning of this year. I'm pretty sure it was last year. But all zone 1 seems to be doing good. So, yep. I'll go back over here. Pretty soon it should switch to zone 2. The zone used to have 18 heads. Oh yeah, there's like another capped one in the backyard where the patio was. I forgot to point out that one, but I did last time if you're curious. But yeah, this used to have 18 heads. When we moved it has 17. And we capped more of them, so now it has I think like 14 or 13 right now. But zone 2 has 18 heads still. So that's why it still kind of has low pressure. Zone 1 used to have low pressure also, but when we capped them, they're not as low anymore. So at some point, probably a while from now, my dad's thinking about putting rocks or cement all up in here. I'm extremely not happy about that, but he wants more parking space. So I should be going to zone 2 now. This one takes a while to turn on because it's got so many sprinklers on it. It has to go through the whole, and it goes from like one side of the property to the other side. So this is zone 2. This one you can call like the park strip or the east front, because the mountains are over there. Or you could call it basically the east front, park strip, north front, and north back. It's really weird. This is all zone 2. It has 18 sprinklers on it, way too much. There's that one right there. And I'll walk towards this one here. There's this one here. And there's this one. And there's this one right here. And there's this one right here at the edge of the property here. These ones are good, easy to see because of the sun shining on them. I've noticed, see, is it moving? Yeah, that one's moving, and that one's moving, but the last couple of times these two would be stuck too for some reason. But there's that one there. There's this one right here. There's 3 over there. There's one right there. And then there's those 3 again. There's one here under the fence. That one's also been stuck at times too. It just depends on the day, I guess. There's this one here. There's one right there, and then one over there. Let me go fix this one real quick. Might just be a filter, or maybe the filters are just ready to be changed or cleaned or whatever. So, well, here's the air conditioner. I don't know if I told you, but it stopped working for a little bit. But we got it fixed. It was like last month it stopped working, and the what is it called? The capacitator that starts the compressor all of a sudden stopped working and malfunctioned, and so it ran and the fan still spun, but no cold air was coming out of the vents because it couldn't get the compressor to start. So it worked sometimes it didn't, but we got Whipple, I think is what it was, and they fixed it. But yeah, there's this one. This is like the last zone 2. And so this one here, just can't believe how big it is. I've never seen a sprinkler system like that before. And there's this one here, this one right here, and then that one again. And there's this faster one, that one under the fence again. And then I'll walk to these ones here. And I'll walk to this one. That one's pretty tall. And there's this 360 here. And yeah, there's a lot of zone 2. There's all zone 2. And it works well, and it didn't work well when I had the regular sprayer nozzles on there, but now that I got these types of sprayers, it works better, but it didn't have enough pressure to run with the other sprayers. So yeah, but it works good now. But yeah, this is one thing. If you ever have like a pressure issue with sprinklers, if you have like a sprinkler system that has too much pop-ups on it, you can do what I do and just put like these types of sprayers on there, and it will work a lot better because they don't use as much water. So if you have low pressure, these will work better compared to normal pop-ups that won't work as well. So yeah, But most sprinkler systems I've seen or helped or whatever don't have that problem. It's just mine. Like a lot of sprinkler systems I see, they have like a couple sprinklers on each zone and it can fit a lot more. But mine has like this one has like so many on there. But luckily it works at least with these. If it had like 30 sprinklers, even these wouldn't help. So that's just the type of case you'd have to use like bigger piping instead of just whatever they use. I think they use like 3/4 inch piping, but I don't know, it's still too small for this many sprinklers with regular sprayers. But it works with these ones, so that's good. And yep, it's all zone 2. Pretty soon it should switch to zone 3. Can't remember when, but I think it'll be like here shortly. Oh, there we go. Zone 3, you can say it's the backyard middle. Has 4 maxi-paw sprinklers on it. Well, basically 3 maxi-paws and 1 mini-paw. It works good. This is the type of zone that like you probably fit 5 maxi-paws, but you know, 4 is okay. It's good for you don't really need more than 4. Anyways, yeah, so there's this one here. There's those over there, and there's one at the other fence too. Uh oh, I'm gonna get sprayed. Oh, I did get sprayed. Okay, just barely, but that one's like really fast. I thought I wasn't gonna make it, but okay. This is the mini part here. So there's this one here, and then there's this maxi pot here, and those two have a yellow nozzle. This one has a beige nozzle. So yeah, this one has a beige nozzle. The nozzles for maxi pods, there's 5 different kinds. That one also got a yellow nozzle. So the red nozzle is like the least amount, like the beige nozzle is the most amount. So the red nozzle, it's like for areas that aren't like really sunny, you don't need a lot of water, you can put maxi pods there with red nozzles. They originally come with the blue nozzle. The blue nozzle is like in the middle, so it goes red, black, blue, yellow, and then beige. So the beige uses a lot of water and shoots out a lot of water, and the yellow does too, and the blue's like in the middle, the black isn't as much, and then the red is like the least. So for shady areas, black is good. This one used to have a black nozzle, but I turned it to a yellow nozzle. I can't remember why, but I think I turned it to a yellow nozzle, as you can see. This one's the only one with its top missing at the moment. The one at that fence over there used to have its top missing, but I replaced it. Last time I did a video of this zone, this one was spraying all the way up to there, but I adjusted it again. I might have to adjust it back to spray over there to get that dead spot over there. But, yep. This is all zone 3 here. So, yep. I have that one spray over here still too, just because it's better to get that area, because that sprinkler there in zone 1, I don't know if you can see it, but it's like right there instead of right there. And there's this one. And then there's this one. Yep, all works well. Spray about up to the back fence, so that's good. But I still added sprinklers by the back fence so it can get that area better than just like the little bit of water that I was getting, because they need double coverage. So yeah. They work well. I'm gonna miss them when they turn off. I always hate winter time, but you know, soon enough it'll be spring. I'm gonna go back to this one here. Oh yeah, but this one does have, I don't know what caused it, but the centerpiece, I keep forgetting about that. The centerpiece is missing. I always call it its nose for some reason. I don't know why, but I always called the top piece the head. Like this top piece right here. I always called it the head, and then that part that was there was, I called it the nose. And it kinda, I don't know why, it's just when I was little, but kinda sounded funny, so like, and then the rest of it I called the body. And if I wanted to get really detailed, I'd say like the little words on there, I'd call those the eyes, but that's all I can remember. That's just when I was little. And this is all zone 3. You can say the backyard, middle, backyard, main backyard, whichever. Works well. And here shortly, we'll change to zone 4. The system does go back and forth a lot. Well, I didn't rewire them, but the zones were changed a couple times, and I changed them back to this original order. But it was changed a couple times due to the valves. Okay, zone 3 just turned off. It switched to zone 4 now, which is the front yard, middle, or you could say the main front yard. So like I said, it does go back and forth a lot. This one has 11 sprinklers. I always thought it was interesting how like zone 1 and 2 originally had 18, and then zone 4 just had 11. I never understood that, but I always wondered if they had like cap sprinklers in the backyard or something by the back fence, but probably not. There's nothing back there, so all of these here. And yeah, some in the middle there, this one here, this one here, and then this one right here. This one's bent a little bit, but it still works well. It just sprays up there a little bit more and sprays down there a little bit less. That still works. So all zone 4, the middle, front yard, or the front yard, middle, whichever you want to call it. And this is what the sprinkler timer says here. It says 4-4, but station 4 is 4 minutes, stuff like that. So, yeah. I could control this one with my phone, and that's what I did. But you can also control it on the actual timer too, if you don't have the app. Anyways, all zone 4 here. Works good. That one's a K-Rain nozzle. I got a comment something about not like getting rid of it, but this is the only one that works in that area. For some reason, every other sprinkler I put there, it works good at first, but then it just like doesn't work and sprays barely at all. But I think the amount of because that sprinkler, like when we first moved here, there's nothing there. I mean, it was there, but no one knew it was there because it was just covered in grass, and it would never pop up. And one time, it was like when we first moved in, I experimented and put a rotor there and a rotor up there and capped that one and all the other ones. And when I did that, it made the pressure go up so much for those two that one popped up right there. The one right there popped up. And I was like, so there's been and I thought it was a pipe that burst, but no, it's just water started spraying up, and then all of a sudden a sprinkler just popped up. So there's been a sprinkler there the whole time, but I didn't know that, and it made no sense how there's a sprinkler here and it went all the way to that one in the middle. It never made sense. But nope, there was one there the whole time. So yeah, really interesting. So that's that story. But yeah, the other, I don't know if it's because of that the other nozzles never work on it, but they just never seem to work. So that's why I put that K-Rain there, nozzle there. So, because those ones don't need as much pressure, and that was the only 360 K-Rain nozzle I had, so I just put it there and it works well. It just rotates really slow, which I hate. So that's that one, and then another one on zone 1, I think, are the only K-Rain sprinklers that I have in our system at the moment, if I can remember correctly. There used to be one like right under the fence, but I changed that. But that one, and then there's one over in the garden over there in zone 1 that I turned into a K-Rain nozzle. There's that one there. This one here. And there's the K-Rain nozzle one. And this one again. So it's getting that baby tree, the little honey locust tree that we planted, watered. So that's good. But yeah, when I first got the idea to put all these types of nozzles on here, all of them were K-Rains. But then I realized how crappy they were, and they're not that good, so they just rotated so slow. So I turned all of them to Rainbird R-Vans and other ones like the R-Rotary ones, like this one here, which we had capped at one point, but I uncapped it again. My dad mowed it up and just like, I'll just cap it. Like, nah, I think it still needs to be a sprinkler there, so finally got a chance to put it back. So I did. It's a little bit at an angle, but it's been like that, so it works good. But always, that's another thing that's weird about our system, because literally a sprinkler there on zone 2, and zone 2 is all right there, and then all right over there and in the backyard, but not like there like you would think. Oh, and that's another thing funny about zone 4 is that, and I think zone 1 kind of does the same thing, but when it turns off, it literally just turns on and then turns off. Like, doesn't turn on and turn off, but like comes back up again, which was always interesting. This one always sticks up, and it kind of goes down a little bit more, but when it sticks up, I tried replacing it once, and I realized hopefully it never breaks, because it's surrounded like a circle of just roots underneath all of this, because you can see how the roots are high up. So I hope I never have to replace that. It's gonna be a pain. So zone 5 came on. That's like the northwest backyard, if you want to call it that. This has that one sprinkler. There's that one on zone 2 there. Anyways, just this one right here. This is one of the added zones. This is that one special sprinkler that can spray far in certain areas at certain angles and spray short in other angles, whatever you'd like to say. So this one I want to do for 10 minutes because most areas watered already, but this area doesn't get hit well because there's a sprinkler there, and that one, I mean, I guess it does, but this is where I wanted to put it and to get extra coverage back there and all around here. So it works well. It sprays all up the back fence, and when it gets to here, it sprays up the patio over there and then turns back around. It's one of those ones, I can't remember if I bought it off Amazon or if I got it at the store, but it sprays all the way up to the back fence over there. It works well. So it kind of sprays the fence a little bit hard. I kind of feel bad because usually when it does, the dogs bark and they don't like it. So whoopsies. But other than that, it works well. And I've seen reviews about these types of sprinklers. People say they're really hard to adjust, and they are. But like, it's a rotor. I mean, it's even harder than a rotor, to be honest. So you don't have to worry about the tilting back and forth, turning the whole head type of thing. But these things here, these knobs, and it kind of looks like a siren. But those knobs, you turn those a certain way to adjust it with a little thing. Like, I don't even know how to explain it, that goes around it, and you turn it. So like, that's like what it's across from. Like if I wanted to see the little arrow right there, like if I wanted it to spray really short here, I would turn that knob a certain direction to make it spray really short. So I turn those knobs a certain direction to make it spray far in certain areas and short in other areas. And then the ones that are like, I don't want it to spray there, so I just have it shut off there. So it's just interesting. So like those ones are probably shut off. It's kind of hard to explain. Maybe sometime I'll do a video of how to adjust it. I've never really needed to though. After this one time, and it's adjusted. Sometimes though, those lawn people, when they come in, they bring their tools and their hoses. They have like these things they bring and spray the lawn with like hoses, and it'll get caught on the sprinkler and it adjusts it, and I'm like, bruh. Like, so as you can see, there's a little paper wasp, a European paper wasp just flew on there getting the drink of water. They like to do that a lot, especially here. It's hot and there's barely any water. So there's been times where I have to like step over the water so I don't get them mad, but there's like times where like I'll see puddles and just tons of European paper wasps get a drink from it. And it's always the European paper wasps. I never see like Western yellow jackets or honeybees do it. I always see the European paper wasps doing it, so they might be thirsty. And I don't know how else they get water, so I don't blame them. But yeah, if you're wondering, European paper wasps are really common around here. They're the ones with like the long legs, and they look a lot like yellow jackets, except the body is different, and the yellow jackets don't have long legs. So, but the yellow jackets pattern, the stripe pattern on their back is different. They have like little dots, at least for the Western yellow jacket. I don't know how well you can see it, but there's the European paper wasp with just solid stripes. She's on the ground now. But solid stripes, yellow and black. But the yellow jackets are like stripes and yellow and black, but there's also some other patterns like dots, black dots and stuff, I think. So, I don't know how to explain it well. So zone 5 just turned off. Zone 6 should be turning on. There it is. Oh, I had to fix these. It was like last Friday, so what is it, Monday? So not the Friday that just happened, but the one before that. Ooh, I came back from school after, I guess I saw these signs for the lawn people. They came, and all of a sudden I see that piece right there from our old sprinkler that was here was broken. I saw our lawn was aerated, and that sprinkler was broken, so I quickly, and the pipes were all broken too, so with a little hose, so I quickly trimmed some of, cut some of the pipes, and then got all these pieces and connected them to the sprinkler here, and then did the same with that one right over there, except I needed to put a different pipe here because our little piece here, so it can go that direction to that one still, and this one, because there's nothing else but over there. I just had a little cap here on the other side of this max box. So yeah, this one has a blue nozzle, and so does that one. That one's probably better to have a yellow nozzle, and this one's better to have a black nozzle, but I'm just gonna leave it for now. This one's almost always in the shade because of all the trees, but it works good as it is. This one takes slower, and that also helps. Just for me, it's better to have ones that tick faster like that in sunnier areas and ones that tick slower in sunnier areas, because usually, in most cases, the faster they tick, the faster they move, and it just gives the grass more water. So it's usually how it is. But that's zone 6. This is the last zone. This is like the west backyard fence, if you want to call it that. And it's about up to where zone 3 was. So they work well. I'm really glad I got to film this one last time. I'm really glad they didn't turn them off on September 1st. I had a feeling they would, but they didn't. Because we had a really good winter, but a dry summer kind of. So you can kind of see this one ticks faster than the other one. And no, I mediocrely pumped these in because right after school I had to get going to work. I only had an hour left before work after I got back from school, so I was like, dang, I was so pissed because the lawn people literally broke the other ones, and they're just out of the blue, when they aerated our lawn. So I just mediocrely found what I could and put them in. I got lucky because I didn't think it was going to work. And the next morning, they were scheduled to come on. So I was like, I want to get these fixed before they come on tomorrow morning. And I was lucky enough that I got them to work. And I tested them and they worked, which was nice. So I was really glad to get those working. And they still work, which is good. I'm surprised because I mediocrely put them in, like I said. The connections at the bottom are really bad. But somehow they work still. I always worry they're going to eventually break or slip or something and start spraying everywhere, or at least flooding at the bottom, not work. But this is the type of situation where 2 sprinklers are good enough. 3 sprinklers or 4 sprinklers might be too much pressure, not enough pressure to run those, because this pipe here is just regular hose. It's not like an actual pipe. It's like regular hoses that I just, like that over there type of thing. So that's probably a 1/2 inch pipe maybe, I'd say it's like half-inch pipe, maybe 3/4 inch, but that one's bigger than it looks. But I think it's like underneath it's like half-inch. So I really think that it'd be not enough pressure to run 4 sprinklers on its own, but these work good anyways. So but yeah, they're all working good. Kind of looks ugly at the moment, and I was gonna bury these underground, but I didn't have time to. Most of the hose just runs along all those shrubs and weeds right there, but you can kind of see another piece of it like right there, but I just didn't have time to put it underground because I had to get going to work. So I think pretty soon these are gonna turn off, but I'm just glad I got them working. I'm gonna show you that. You can see the pipes for that one too. So there they go. So that's all the sprinklers and sprinkler system here. They all work good. Happy to show you guys. Hope y'all enjoyed. The grass is pretty green. So yeah, they all did pretty good. And I hope y'all enjoyed, and I'll keep you updated.